Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz instant reaction show. I am Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you. Hey, don't forget, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Me, Jeff, and Sean will be right here on the YouTube live. If you can't catch us live, you can always listen on the podcast version. It's usually posted next day, Monday morning-ish. But check it out. We get Jeff and Sean's instant reaction, and then we get you geared up for next week's game. So instant reaction to the Buckeye win here. Buckeyes roll 35-16, kind of win going away here with a couple of late touchdown drives in the fourth quarter, late third and fourth. So let's first off, my basic broad overview of the game. This was a massive TreVeyon Henderson takeover. Loved it. He looked like he could hit a home run every time he touched the ball. He was in space early and often. Mostly, yeah. He was just in space and nobody's around. He's going. I mean, the best line was from Ross Tucker during the broadcast. His quote was, TreVeyon Henderson is the destroyer of angles, like defensive players trying to take angles on him. He obliterates angles. Yes, he does. So the Buckeyes only got 9 possessions. They got to finish drives in the first half. Kyle started off hot. I'm going to get to his numbers in a sec, but they got to finish drives in the end zone. 0 third down conversions in the first half. They did finish drives late in the game, late third and fourth quarter, obviously. But and then special teams, what the fuck are we doing? Honestly, I know you guys are saying it right along with me. What are we doing? Every week, it's something, and they asked Ryan Day about it in the press conference just right after the game just now. And, oh, by the way, I have my trusty victory shot, as you may have seen, 9-0. A restoration rye. But anyways, every week they ask Ryan Day after the game or on Tuesdays, they ask about a special teams gaffe. Again, another blunder. And Ryan Day's response is the same every time. It's like, he says, we can't do that. We can't have that. There was a miscommunication, whatever. He continuously says we can't have that. Well, it keeps happening, dude. I got no problems with firing fucking Parker right now. Pack your shit. Get out. This special teams has been costly. 2 games at the end of the year last year. And then fortunately, it hasn't cost us a game because we haven't been in a tight one this year. But fuck, we're going to be probably at least one, maybe more. So there was not a fake punt there in the first quarter from Mirko. No fake punt. Ryan Day says it was a miscommunication, and that has to come from the special teams coach, right, to the player. I mean, your position coach is who communicates, fakes and shit like that, what you're going to do. Another miscommunication. I don't know. Is Parker Fleming speaking like a different language or something? Is he talking in Latin down there? How's this keep happening? I know Jesse Micro's from Australia, but they speak English there, right? I mean, it's the Queen's English, but still. All right, let's get to the quarterbacks. Let's start with the dry chart, actually. So Buckeyes only had 9 possessions. We saw this attack plan by other teams throughout the year where they bleed the clock down inside of 10 seconds and then run it. Bleed it again, run it. Bleed it again, run it all day long to limit the Buckeye possession. So we got 9, 3 and out, 3 plays, 7 yards. Then second drive, 6 plays, 54 yards, touchdown. Then 7 plays, 20 yards, punt. 8 plays, 24 yards, punt. Then 4 plays, 7 yards, turnover on downs. Then the INT on 2 plays. The linebacker came off that one, made a nice play. Kyle's got to throw that with some more loft to it. One of those 1-inch throws that they practice all the time over the nets, right? You got to drop that bitch in there. Anyway, after the INT, 8 plays, 71 yards, touchdown. 6 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. 5 plays, punt. And then 6 plays, 17 yards, touchdown on the short field after Rutgers turned it over on downs there late in the game. So let's go look at Kyle here. Started off hot, like I said. Where's my Kyle stats? Play, no. Comparison, there we go. Sorry. So Kyle goes to start the game. A pass for 3 yards, pass for 3 yards, pass for 10 yards and a first, pass for 14 yards and a touchdown, pass for 9 yards and a first, then 4 yards, then 7 yards and a first, then 0 yards, then 5 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards. He went 11 of 11 to start the game. Then he had to drop by Fleming. Then he had an incomplete pass to Harrison. Then an incomplete pass to G. Scott Jr. That was a drop too. So 2 drops on the same drive right in succession. These drops are really frustrating. I don't know what is going on with the receivers this year. Harrison, Fleming, G. Scott was in for Cade. G. Scott's had limited reps, especially with the ones, limited snaps in games and stuff. So it was extremely frustrating, but this is not on Kyle. You can call him check down Charlie all you want. If Marv is doubled or bracketed, you're going to have to look around the field. And he took some good dump offs there. The catch by G. Scott on the touchdown was amazing. It's a great ball, great catch. The defender never had a shot, never even saw it coming. He got sniped. But checking down to Trey, no problem with that. Checking down to X-Man, Emeka's got to know where the sticks are, get that first down on the 3rd down play. So Kyle's numbers, not bad. 19 of 26, 73% completion percentage. That's his best all year. 189 yards, 3 touchdowns, the pick we mentioned. So not a bad day at all. You'd like to see him up over 250 yards, of course. I think the prop bet was up around 240 or something. But Trey was the man of the hour, the man of the day. Short yardage, long yardage, it didn't matter. Trey goes 22 carries, 128 yards, a touchdown. Does have the 127-yard for the long with a nice 5.8-yard average. But the receptions here, 5 catches, 80 yards, led the team in yardage, receiving as well with a 66-yarder, 5 catches on 5 targets, just all over the field and making that Rutgers defense pay. They did not have an answer for Trey Henderson. I don't think they played somebody with that speed yet. And that includes Michigan. But excellent day for Trey. What do you have? Just 1 touchdown rushing. Yeah, he did not score a touchdown on the on receiving, but got it done. Nice 5.8 yards. Yeah, that's huge. Going back to the drives, I did want to touch on comparing the first half to the second half here. First half, Buckeyes again had 0 for 5 on 3rd downs. Got to finish those. Then 6 of 7 in the second half. Again, seems like we can't get the entire offense working together early. Part of it's good. Kyle was good today early. But then, the passing game still sucked because guys are dropping balls. So running game took a little while to get going. They only had 48 yards rushing in the first half, but then had 91 in the second half, almost doubled it up. Um, yeah, they gotta get better on offense in the first half. Consistency, of course. Not much, not really anybody else chipped in on the rushing. Let's flip to receiving. Marv, 4 catches on 8 targets. Again, drops. Those are not all on Kyle. He had, what do you say, 3 catches, 24 yards, and I'm sorry, 4 catches, 25 yards, 2 touchdowns late. G. Scott, 3 catches on 4 targets. Sorry, that would be impossible. 24 yards and the touchdown. And Carnell Tate showed up big there in the third. 3 catches on 4 targets, 24 yards. I believe he got a first down in there. Did have a drop. No, he did not. Sorry, that was not a drop. So not much else. X-Man had a reception for 0 yards. Fleming, 1 target, dropped it. I think you got to start benching Fleming. He's a great downfield blocker, 100%. Yes. He also came from a high school that ran what they run, the triple option. It was a running offense, so he's used to having to block a lot downfield and stuff and blocking the running game. So he's great at that. He just still is dropping balls, which is mind blowing. But anyways. Buckeyes ran for a total of 148. That's sack adjusted, 9.9 yards per completion, 4.8 per rush. Just had the 1 sack for 7. No stupid decisions as far as penalties on Kyle, intentional groundings and shit. O-line took another step in the right direction. They're stacking games here in a positive direction, on that upward trajectory. So that's good to see. Of course, you have your Josh Simmons gratuitous 1 penalty per game, guaranteed. He leaves out of his blocks. He leaves the line of scrimmage way too soon. It's been happening on and off throughout the season. He's got to tighten that up. The refs give them some leeway, but he's like at the end of the fucking leeway rope. So they got to keep that tightened up. Otherwise, open some huge holes. Did well in pass pro. I would imagine the grades are going to be much better this week, all the way around. Let's flip over to the defense here. Injuries to the secondary are fucking killing us, man. The safeties especially. Sit. Mm-hmm. Start off without Lathan Ransom. Proctor gets dinged, took one to the jaw. So you got to start filling in holes and stuff. Big penalties again in the fourth quarter. They started off great in the first half. I'll go back to the drives here. They had 3 and outs to start the game. Awesome. Can't ask for much better than that. Then they have 3 long drives in a row. I don't know what changed there. That was still mid-second quarter. It was 7:49 left. 10-play, 76-yard drive ended in a field goal at the Buckeye 4. Then an 8-play, 29-yard drive. That was only a 2-minute drive. Anyway, ended at the Buckeye 3 with a field goal. Then a 9-play, 44-yard drive to finish the half there ended at the Buckeye 2. So bowing up again in the red zone. I love it. This bend but don't break style, as long as it keeps working, no problems. If you're keeping teams out of the end zone, yes, sign me up. Then early in the third, you had the pick 6 by Jordan Hancock. Really swung the momentum in Buckeyes' favor because they were not doing well. It looked like going into the half and then coming out of the half. So that was a 7-play, 55-yard drive. They were inside the Buckeye red zone. They were at the Buckeye 20, actually, and Hancock made that pick at like 5, 6, 7, something like that. It was like a 93-yard return. So huge play by Hancock. Proctor got in there, knocked it up in the air, and an awesome return. Once a DB hits that sideline and nobody's in front of him, you can cancel Christmas. Lights out. So kept Rutgers out of the end zone until the fourth quarter. Early in the fourth, they had a 6-play, 75-yard drive that ended in the touchdown. These fourth quarter penalties are really freaking frustrating by the defense. It's like they got the game locked up and they're just mailing it in, really frustrating. But D-line did well, of course. I mean, Ty Hamilton had the huge stop there to turn it over on downs late in the game, inside the Buckeye red zone. JT, huge play, huge game, 7 tackles, had half a TFL. Ty Hamilton, I mentioned, had the TFL sack. Tyleek was affecting plays, not maybe getting his hands on balls and batting down balls and stuff like that, like we normally see. But Mike Hall was in there too. But then you got a penalty on Mike Hall, hands to the face. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Like when you think you're getting off the field on defense and you get 15-yard personal fouls and shit like that. You can't have that in fourth quarters, man. Hero Canoe getting in there again should be noted in meaningful snaps when it's still a ball game. Tommy led the team in tackles, of course. No surprise there with 12. Did come off the field late in the game with looked like a shoulder, an arm or a shoulder. Was getting some attention from the docs, so hopefully he's okay. And you saw a lot of Cody Simon and Steele Chambers. They ran some 3 linebacker sets, and it was pretty obvious that most of the time Rutgers was going to run the ball on first down. Corners. Jermaine Matthews had to step in, spot start again. Good to see him come in, get the job done. What do you have? He might have had a pass breakup, I think. Really, that Wimsatt kid it was a dicey proposition when he dropped back to pass for them. He was 10 of 25. That's a 40% completion percentage, 129 yards, touchdown, and the pick we mentioned. That Manon guy, running back, went for 159 on 24 carries, so a good day for him. Wasn't enough. Wimsatt had 13 carries, 49 yards. That includes the 1 sack, though. Receivers didn't do much of anything. Dremel led the way with 69 yards on 5 catches. So, again, love to see the production from our corners. It's good to know we have another freshman in the making that is adding to the BIA culture with Jermaine Matthews. He had a few tackles, but the safeties really are who I want to talk about. Hancock, the pick 6, obviously, but they were targeting him. There were he allowed a few catches and was toasted on at least 2 that did not get completed that I remember off the top of my head. Yeah, he's got to be better. A good quarterback will complete those, especially in one-on-one coverage. When a receiver gets by you and's got like a 3 to 4 yard advantage on you, you're toast. You're done. Fortunately, Wimsatt could not deliver the mail. But that pick 6, in my opinion, really turned the momentum for the Buckeyes, at least stymied the Rutgers momentum. Proctor was making huge plays in the run game, coming downhill, filling gaps, just blowing things up at the line of scrimmage. Huge. He's playing like a linebacker, man, coming downhill. Did get smacked there in the jaw, probably knocked some cobwebs out down in the on the interception play that he knocked up in the air. But Sonny, same thing for Sonny, coming in on pass blitzes, playing that deep safety, and then run game filling, just like Proctor was. So Sonny was huge. What do you have here? How many tackles? 7 tackles, and had the forced fumble that we should have recovered. Did not recover. I knew he was going to yank that thing out. You saw him Saw him getting on Wimsatt, grabbing the top of that ball and yanking on it. I knew that was going to come loose, but nobody could fall on it for the Buckeyes. So Sonny, excellent job. Still not good in coverage, though. We've got to do something about him getting schemed up in coverage. We've seen him in a trail position before. We've got to fix that. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know. But he can't be covering wide receivers. So Malik Hartford had to come in, finish the game for Proc. So looked good. I'm surprised they didn't target Hartford more. But the Buckeyes, the defense was so solid all the way around. I'm not sure they could have found a hole in our safeties, honestly. Consistently, anyways. A pot shot here or there, it's not enough to really swing the game in their favor. So a rough one, rough going. But again, we take another team into deep waters. Talent wins out. We score 3 touchdowns on the last 4 possessions in the second half. That's overlapping the third and fourth quarters, the third quarter and the fourth quarters drives. So Buckeyes roll 9-0, survive and advance. What else can I say? So hope you guys will join us Sunday night. I'm sure we'll be talking some Michigan football. I got Purdue coming up here with the plus 32.5. I think Michigan's a little distracted. Some stuff's going on up there, apparently, with their coaches. Anyways, hope you join us Sunday night. Don't forget, hit the BuckeyeCast.com. Everything is on sale. Get your Harbaugh Cheaters shirt. Get your Beat Michigan attire. Get that stuff ordered. You got just a few weeks till the Michigan game. So talk to you guys later. Go Bucks.